One of the things I love doing while I'm up here at my Carnivorous plants garden is inspect Venus flytraps. These traps have opened up after digesting prey. A lot of these insects here look like flies. It takes around about 10 days for a fly trap to digest whatever it's caught. It depends on the size of the insect too. If it's smaller, then it'll take shorter time to digest. Every now and again I do come across something and I think, what exactly is that? Now this one over here looks like a spider of some sort. You can tell by the long multitude legs. This trap over here was closed 2 days ago. I wasn't sure what it caught. It's not until I looked on the side of the trap and I saw the silhouette that I thought, I think that's a spider. And I'm well and truly been vindicated right here with the trap opening. And that's what I love about carnivorous plants. You just don't know what to expect. You know, you don't know what's going to get caught. I'll give you an example right here. So this is another fly trap which has something in there. I don't know what it is though. If you can see here on the side, you can see a silhouette there of quite a long insect there caught in the trap. You can see that's got some wings on it. It's well and truly caught, and to me that looks like some sort of a termite, adult termite that has flown into that trap. But yeah, that's what I love, just seeing these really unusual prey items being caught. Okay, every time I'm up here I always see flies. Now since we've had that rain and we've had that warm weather, the insect numbers have exploded, and not only has it been reflected in the Venus's fly traps with caught prey, but I also see heaps of insects here on top of these pitchers. Now these pitchers, the hoods, act like landing platforms, and the edges of those tops have nectar, and that's what entices the insects. You can see this housefly really lapping up that nectar. Eventually they do crawl into the pitcher around the hood around the base of that hood there. That's where there's more nectar. It also becomes a lot more slipperier, but eventually the fly falls in. Now I do hear a lot of buzzing noises up here. Can't hear that many now, but that to me always puts a smile on my face, because I know that there's lots of insects that are trapped in there, and that's going to give vital nourishment to my plants. Now over here, where that wooden pylon is, I have seen ants, and they're making their way to that pitcher over there, which is next to that wooden platform. Basically that pitcher over there is acting like a bridge, and whilst I was walking over here I did see an ant trail coming towards us from that direction over there. I'm pretty sure they're the same ants that I saw last year. The reason I know that is because I saw the ants disappear into an area just before winter to hibernate, and they're coming out from that same area. You can see the ants down here. They're scurrying on those wooden foam boxes, busily going their merry way and looking for that precious nectar. Now this is something really interesting. Have a look at this. See that white spot over there? And you can see here, if I put that camera on the side, it's on a stalk. That's an egg. And there's another one over here. And there's a couple over here as well. Now, 2 weeks ago, I did see a very unusual insect. This is what it looked like. I didn't know what it was. It's not until I Googled it that I realised that it was a lacewing. And lacewings, I have found out, do prey on aphids. So do the larvae. I wasn't sure why they lay the eggs the way they do. It's not until I saw a David Attenborough documentary that I realised that the reason why those eggs are placed on those stalks is to protect them from predators like ants. And the ants pretty much just scurry underneath those eggs, which are elevated in the air, and they pretty much ignore those eggs because they can't really see them. With all the ants that I have here, I tell you what, these lacewing eggs need all the protection they can get. Aren't they glorious? Love those Rigolo, beautiful. Okay, so moving along. Now the good thing about the lacewings is they are providing an organic pest control system. They really are the gardener's best friend. Now, talking about an organic pest control system, look at these sundews down here. I potted these plants at the start of spring, and since then they've really come up. You can tell that they're healthy and happy because they've got the large number of flowers there on the flower stalks. They also have dew on their leaves, indicating that they're pretty happy. And those flowers, which are pink, they're not open right now, but they're self-pollinating. They pretty much don't open for very long. They open in the morning and then close by mid-afternoon, and they don't have to be open for too long because they're self-pollinating. It's the action of the flower opening and closing that produces fertile seeds, and those seeds have spread throughout my collection, and it's always nice to see nature at work. Just love it. Got an ant right over here as well. Okay, another thing I love to do is inspect pitchers. Not actually looking from the inside. Look, there's a housefly there. Hopefully he'll get in. Love watching him fall in. It's always a privilege to actually see a fly or any insect fall in. Now these Sarracenia leucophila, this is the Tarnock variety. They're legendary when it comes to catching flies. And I know that after inspecting them during the winter season, that it does confirm that they do catch heaps of flies. The reason why I think they're so effective is because these pitchers here are quite narrow. So this pitcher over here is probably about 1.5 centimeters wide, whereas the pitchers in the Flava species, they're about, say, 4 centimeters across. I think because they're so wide, it sort of gives the fly a bit of a chance to fly off, whereas the Tarnock, being narrower, makes it a bit harder for the fly to actually fly out. Whoa, maybe he's going to demonstrate how this... No, he's staying on the edge there. He's being very cautious. Sometimes you see flies backing in on the inside of the pitcher because they're quite cautious. It makes it easy for them to fly off, but more often than not they do fall in. Look at him really busily sucking up that nectar. Okay, now let's have a look over here. Now look at all these eggs have been basically laid everywhere, and it's so nice to see that. Hopefully the larvae, they do catch any aphids that are on here. I haven't seen too many aphids here, but whichever ones there are around, I hope the lacewing larvae do feed on them. Now over here, this picture over here has a spider's web on there, as you can see here. I used to get rid of the spiders because I used to think they used to interfere with the catching mechanism of the pitchers, but I just leave them on there now. Just like to think that my garden is giving something back. The spiders benefiting as well as the pitcher. It just depends on where the spider is. I just tend to clear it on the mouth of the pitcher, and the spider tends to just grow it, build its web on the side like it has right there. Yeah, alright everyone, well that's about it. I just wanted to sort of show you guys what insects I've been seeing up here, how my sort of garden is giving something back, I suppose. I love the fact that those ants that I saw last year are coming back. It just proves that they haven't been wiped out by these carnivorous plants. They are benefiting by gathering nectar, but they're also surviving the next year as well, and I suppose seeing them here has proven that. I have also seen up here a wasp, which I did manage to film. Here it is here, falling into the pitcher. Alright everyone, until next time, we're due for some rain, so hopefully it really pours where we're needed most. So yeah, until then everyone, happy growing.